I've been hearing people talk down on using hair extensions to grow your hair, and I'm like, it's really not that bad. You just need to know the right way to do it. Hello ladies, welcome back to my channel, and welcome if this is your first time. Today we'll be talking about how you can grow your natural hair using protective styles. There's a lot of talk out there, and I've been hearing people talk down on using hair extensions to grow your hair, and I'm like, it's really not that bad. You just need to know the right way to do it. So we're going to get right into that today, but before we start to get into this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified when I post new videos every single week. Also, give me a like if you'd like to see more of these kind of videos. Alright, so the first thing I want to say is, if you have been struggling, or if you actually desire to do protective styles with hair extensions and you're like, I'm not sure, I'm hearing this, I'm hearing that, I'm a bit confused, I'm just going to go through like some steps that you should definitely be taking. And if you have been doing protective styles with hair extensions and you have seen like lots of damage, I may have some tips on maybe how you can do it a different way and maybe get some more results. Obviously, it's your hair, your choice. Choose what you think is best for you. Alright, so the first thing I want to say is, when you're doing a protective style, you want to prep your natural hair. You want to prep your natural hair for this, this next couple of weeks where you're not going to be touching it, washing it, and all that good stuff. Or you can actually wash your hair when it's in a protective style, but you want to prep your hair. So you want to definitely do a clarify your hair with shampoo and do a nice deep conditioning. Like, show your hair some good love and get it nice and nourished and moisturized before you start your protective style. So that's the first thing you want to do. Make sure your hair is washed clean. Make sure you've done a deep conditioning so your hair is like ready. Okay? The second thing I want to say is, prep the hair extension that you're using. Some people are more sensitive than others. I know some people that when they've got hair extensions, they're like, and all that itching and that, you're scratching your scalp, you're giving yourself some bruises, so soak your hair in some vinegar, some apple cider vinegar. There are videos on there on how you can keep your hair or cleanse your hair, because it's coming from factories and there may be things in there you just don't know. So definitely go ahead and wash it before you do it, so you can soak it in some vinegar, let all that stuff, debris and stuff, come out, and then dry it before you're ready to do your hair. And usually with synthetic hair, this usually is also completely fine with it. Alright, so the third thing I want to say is, make sure you get a good braider. Alright, so I know growing up, a lot of us had this experience where doing your hair was just like painful and a lot of tugging and pulling. And I remember when I was younger, you get your hair done and you're like walking like this. Your head is full, you're walking like that for days, or for at least the first day, and you can't sleep, but you're like, ow, ow. So yes, get yourself a good braider. It doesn't have to be painful. Like when I did this, like the same day, I'm like, oh wow, it's super light, it's super nice. So make sure whoever's braiding your hair isn't making it like super tight. And don't fall for those pictures that you see where like all of this edges, you can't see a space in between, there's no strand left out. No. And then those micro braids, yeah, there's some styles that, yeah, you probably should not be doing. Go to someone that has your hair's best interest, someone that can advise you on, like, maybe you bring a style and they're like, well, with your hair, because everyone's different. Like if you've got really dense hair, like full thick dense hair, you can probably get away with doing lots of different things if your hair is dense and your strands are thick. But if you've got like really fine strands and your hair is not so dense, then there may be styles that you want to be like, okay, you know what, maybe that's not a good style for me. So make sure you go to a good braider. There's certain styles that I personally would be like, no, definitely no. But usually just make sure you're doing styles that there isn't going to be much tension, especially on the edges. Lots of black ladies now have something called traction alopecia, where all our edges are from here and like all the way back there, and that's just self-inflicted because we've done tension, like braids that are too tight, or you've done like, the glue in, and just too much of all of that. So anyways, be mindful of the tension that you're putting on your hair. Be mindful of who you are going to braid your hair. If you're sitting down and you're like doing this all the time and it's super tight, then reconsider consider. So make sure you get a good braider. The fourth thing I want to say, which I mentioned already, is if you do, okay, so one, you've done your deep conditioning, you've prepped your hair, you've got this person that you trust, you love to do your hair, and your braids are in. Now, when your braids are in, don't be doing styles that like you're pulling on your hair, like you're doing all this funky twist up, and you can see the tension, you can feel the tension. No, that's going to cause you damage. You don't want to do that. And like you can see, with these are big braids for sure, but even if you're doing smaller size braids, make sure your edges, you've got like a good size base on there. Okay, if your edges are like smaller because you're trying to make it like cover and all that, because I remember back in the day that was the thing, you wanted it to cover, you didn't want to see the gaps in between. No, like we need to kind of move away from that, because that's just too much tension, there's too much hair on your on this sensitive part. Most people, I think like everyone, your edges are so much more sensitive, so much more the hair strands are thinner than the rest of your hair, so that's the part that's going to get hit the first and the most, and it's usually the most obvious as well. So be very mindful of the styles, like how you put your hair up, how you style your braids, and try not to just do the most with your braids when you have them in. It will help. And just think tension, tension, tension. If you're feeling a pull or a tug, or even if you're going to put your hair up, just pull this like slightly to release it. Pull it slightly to release it, and that would help. Also, there's stuff now called knotless braids. Knotless braids are awesome. You know, you're starting with your own hair, and then the hair extensions are added, so you don't have that you don't have that bulkiness, you don't have that tightness right at the root. And it's easy, like literally when you're done with your knotless braids, you can put it up in a bun. Like it's that easy, it's that pain-free. Okay, so for the next point, number 5, maintain your hair during your protective style. I used to be guilty about this as well. Like, I've got my protective styling, yes, like I forget about my hair, I don't do anything with my hair, and then I wait like 3 months, and then I take it out, and usually, yes, I do see some growth, but I notice my hair is extra dry. So when you've got your protective styling in, and make sure you're maintaining your hair as well, or your scalp. There's only so much moisture you're actually going to get into your hair, but it's very important to still take care of your hair. Clean your scalp. You can actually wash your hair while it's in some sort of protective style, while it's in braids or twists. You can wash your hair. Even in yarn, you can wash your hair. So don't be scared about washing your hair. Yes, it may just get rough quicker, but you can wash your hair. So all your scalp is needed, all your edges as needed. Be, again, very, very conscious. Like, you need to baby your edges when you've got protective styling in. Okay, so spritz it. Just grab one. So you literally, you can have water in there, you can have vinegar and water mix, you can have oil and water mix, you can have your braid spray, and you just kind of spritz in, like literally just spritz in your hair. Like that. How long do you leave your protective styles in? I personally would say 6 weeks is good. Like, you don't, if you can, 6 weeks. But I understand that some people are paying like, $150 to get their hair done, and like, I need it to last me a bit longer than that. If you have to stretch it, I guess maybe you can go 2 months, but the maximum is 3 months. Like, that's a lot. I heard some people leave their hair in for 6 months. That's insane to me. But I'm sure, again, there are people out there that they can do anything to their hair and it will blossom, it would grow, it would be full. Not everyone's like that. Same way that some people can eat anything and they still look good. Not everyone's like that. So just kind of be wise about the decisions you're making and the people you're following. Okay, so last point is when you are taking your hair out. So you have done all this good stuff, you have done your protective styling, you have been looking after your protective styling. Now you want to take it out. Don't just go in with the scissors and just be patient, and then make sure you're doing it on a day that you can watch a movie and just laugh and take it out. You're not like rushing to do another style or rushing to go out, because that's when when you're rushing, that's when you don't have time, you don't have the patience. And then just taking it out really quickly and brushing it out really violently. So with natural hair, you just need to be very gentle with it. So make sure you are taking your time when you're taking the hair out. If you've done the rubber band method, make sure you put lots of grease on there or oil on there so it literally just slides off. Or have your pair of scissors, you're in front of a mirror and you're just taking it and you're just snipping, you know, where that rubber band is, so you don't have to have any form of damage or breakage when you have your hair extensions in. That's all I have to cover. If I have missed anything, please let us know down in the comments. I want to hear from you guys. What tips do you guys have that I missed out on caring for your hair while it's in a protective style? Let us know in the comments down below. And also, if you are like completely against it, let me know why and what happened. I would love to hear from you and your story. Alright guys, it's been such a pleasure being on here and talking to you guys. I will see you in my next video where I will be hopefully doing a wash day, because I am ready to take these out and do a wash day. I may do a video on just showing you how, like a very quick video on how I take this down before I do the wash day, or add it to my wash day. I don't know, we'll see. But I'll see you in my next video. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out when I post new videos. And I'll see you in my next one. But before you rush off, you can watch some of the other ones on my channel. Bye.